guys, this is Smithy. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is so very special. We are going to review the newest MBA Cosmetics palette, and this is the Synergy palette. It's an all shimmer palette. It comes with 12 beautiful duochrome shades. All these shades are extremely sparkly. They give us colors, but also like very iridescent kind of colors. I really love that it's not going like black based multichrome. It's all very ethereal, very sparkly. You're going to see two different eye looks that I created using this palette. If you want to see live swatches of all these shades, then please keep on watching. Let me show you the palette all in all, because this palette is absolutely amazing. You have some beautiful ethereal neutral shades with like some green shifts. You also have some beautiful blue and pink shifty shades. You also have some warm tone leaning shades, but it's not like yellow golds. It's really pretty with pink sparkles running throughout it. Some of them have like a mauve base. There are different kind of shimmers also included in this palette. There are two shimmers that are more satiny based, and rest everything, even though it is satiny, but it is very sparkly, but rest everything is super sparkly. But none of these are like creasy or anything. There's one shadow which is called Affinity, which is a little bit more squishier in the pan, I would say. So I have to test this out all across the eyelid. I have applied that in my inner corners, but I did not have any problem with that. But now let's move on to the live swatches. Okay, let's start off with Unity. And Unity is like a spicy neutral shade. It looks like orange in the pan, but it also has like a beautiful green reflex running throughout it. It's extremely sparkly, and all of this can be like a one and done shade in my opinion, because they are very sparkly. So let me show you Unity, and that is Unity. Again, I see like a orange, pink, green running throughout it. And some of the angles I do see blue too. Extremely beautiful. You can see it's not like transparent or anything, but it has like a light base to it that can that you can shear it out. Let me show you how it is going to be if you shear it out. It's going to be like a glossy, wet looking eyeshadow. So that was just one, whatever I had left over on my fingers. But that's Unity. Very pretty. Next we have the shade called Clique. And this looks like a pink to a blue shifting shade. Again, this is a super sparkly shade. Very similar to the first shade that we swatched before. But of course the color is super different, but I see like a glowing blue shift running throughout it. So let me swatch it for you guys. Predominantly see like a pink, purple, blue, and I'm also gonna shear it out for you. So that's Clique. You predominantly see a blue, but it's strong pink shift too. Hopefully you can see it. Very pretty. Very beautiful. The next shade that we have is called Solidarity, and Solidarity is predominantly a green shade with pink sparkles running throughout it, but you definitely see a lot of green in the pan when you're looking at it. But it has predominantly a pink shifting, pink sparkles running throughout it. So let me swatch it for you guys. It's extremely smooth too. There you go. That is a Solidarity. You see a lot of pink sparkles. And even though it is a green, it's not like that emerald green or anything. It's a very light pastel-y green base. Very pretty again. Very dimensional too. These are all very smooth shadows. Now let's move on to the last shade of the first row, and this is called Cautery. And Cautery is basically a blue in the pan, but again I see a lot of purple sparkles and pink sparkles running throughout it. Hopefully you can see all the sparkliness in that shadow. Extremely beautiful and super smooth. So let me swatch it for you guys. There you go. And that is cautery. You definitely can see that blue, purple, pink, and a little bit of green too. At that angle, really, really beautiful. Super dimensional shade and extremely smooth again on the eyes. Now we have the shade Cahoots, which is more of a purple satin shade. It's not as sparkly as the other shades, and you can see it in the pan itself. It's extremely, extremely smooth and glowy. I see like purple, gold, a little bit of pinkiness that is coming throughout it. Let me swatch it for you guys. And that is Cahoots. You can totally see the difference in the texture. Extremely smooth, and you can see that pinky purple to a gold shifting shade. Very, very pretty. And it has that opaqueness even when I sheared it out in the bottom swatch. Really, really pretty. Now let's move on to the next shade, which is Kinship. And Kinship is more very, very sparkly as the first row shades that I swatched. It is definitely an iridescent purple shade, I would say. Extremely, extremely sparkly. You might see white in the pan, but it has like a strong, strong purple shift to it. Let me swatch it. Again, a super, super smooth shadow. Actually, this is smoother than the rest of the shadows that I swatched so far. Extremely slick looking shadow. You can see that extreme shiftiness that's going on. It's like a pink, purple, green. Hopefully you see all the shifts. Super, super beautiful. Love these kind of shades on the eyes when it is super, super sparkly, but also so smooth that I don't have to worry about like it creasing on my eyelid one bit. Okay. Next, let's talk about Affinity. Affinity is definitely a different kind of shimmer in this palette. It looks like yellow in the pan, and it's like a super sparkly yellow shade, like a pale yellow shade. It's not like a yellow gold by any means, but when I swatch it, it definitely looks more white sparkly, and the texture of it, I must say, it's more squishier as compared to the rest of the shades in the pan, because I can definitely feel it moving around. So let me show it to you guys. More than yellow, on my skin tone at least, it feels like a lot more icy. And you can see how beautiful and dimensional the shade is. It pretty much has like a translucent base to it. More than yellow, I see a lot more like pinky sparkles. I see white with pink sparkles. I don't know how that yellow is coming through like that. It's extremely, extremely beautiful, but sheared out on the eyelid, it'll be absolutely beautiful. But again, the texture is a little bit more squishy, so I have to play with it a little bit more all across my eyelid to tell you guys if I did see any creasing or not. But I'll definitely update you in the comment section below. Now the last shade in the second row is called Camaraderie, and this looks like a very dewy blue purple shade. Again, it looks white in the pan, so I don't know how much you can see it in the pan, but it has beautiful glowy blue purple shade, and you can definitely see it in the swatch. It looks more waxier to the touch, but not like moving around so much. Cahoots would be like a similar texture that I would say, because it's super, super smooth. But again, you can see it like a glowy UV blue purple shade coming throughout it. Extremely dimensional, very, very pretty. So that was the middle row. Now let's move on to the last row. The next shade is called Mutuality. It looks more like a green blue in the pan, but also with a lot of pink sparkles running throughout it. It has like a green base to it, I would say. And you can see the texture of it is not like super sparkly. It's more satiny smooth as compared to the rest of the shade. So let me swatch Mutuality. Again, it has like that glowy UV blue purple shift to it. I also see a lot of pink in it too. I think you see a lot more blue to pink. Definitely has that green base to it. Very, very light. Again, super, super smooth. and with a very light base. Let's move on to the next shade, which is Alliance. Alliance also looks like a super beautiful yellow shimmer running throughout it. I see a lot of pink sparkles running throughout it, but nothing like a duochrome, I would say. Just a super sparkly yellow with pink sparkles. And I'm sure that you would be able to see a lot of pink sparkles when I swatch it. So let's move on to the swatch. This is definitely more yellow than the other yellow that we swatched before. So if you are looking for like a warm tone-ish shade, it's not like super yellow gold, but if you are looking for a warm tone leaning shade, this is the one to go for. Super, super beautiful again. And this one is the shade Alliance. These are all extremely, extremely wearable shades. Love it. Let's move on to the next shade, and next shade is called Complicity, and this has a very, very strong mauvey base to it, but it has a lot of green sparkles running throughout it, like a green and a gold. And I'm sure you can see that texture of the shadow too. It's extremely, extremely sparkly, but it has a strong mauvey pinky base to it. Really, really beautiful. You definitely see a lot more green. Hopefully you can see that mauvey base. I see a green to a blue shifting shade, even purple. But because of that mauvey base, it makes it so, so beautiful and very, very different and unique in my opinion. Extremely dimensional shade. And last, certainly not the least, the last shade in this palette is called Team Spirit, which is a super sparkly pink shimmer shade. And that's exactly what I see in the pan too. I'm sure when I swatch it, you will see that beautiful, beautiful shade. This is definitely the most colorful shade in this palette. So let me show you the swatch. But even though it is colorful, it is super, super wearable too. See? Extremely beautiful and duochrome. See a pink to a green shifting shade. Really beautiful. So those were the swatches of the beautiful MBA Cosmetics Synergy palette. I really hope that you guys loved the swatches, individual swatches that I did for you guys. I really felt that this would be helpful to see it more individually. But that's all. This palette also comes with a beautiful mirror too, so it'll come in very, very handy if you are traveling with this palette, and it is an all magnetic palette, so you can definitely take off the shades, make it your own, mix some mattes in this and make it your own palette. It is such a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm extremely, extremely happy with it. Now, once you've seen all the swatches, now let's move on to the 2 looks that I created using this palette. Okay, let's start off with the first look with the Synergy palette. Now, because it is a all shimmer palette, I am gonna match it up with some mattes with some other palettes. So let's do that. I'm taking my Simply Posh Cozy Cabin palette, and I'm gonna mix the blues and the greens together. So I'm gonna start off with its Snowfall shade, which is that blue. Maybe we can incorporate some purples too. I just want this blue on the outer corner just for the depth. You know, Cozy Cabin is one of my favorite palettes that Simply Posh has ever done. To blend everything out, I'm actually going to take a little bit of Wintry, the purple shade, just right there in the outer portion of the eyelid, of the crease. And I'm going to take that same Wintry shade on the lower lash line too, just on the outer portion again. I'm going to do 2 different eye looks just so that I can show a little bit more shimmers from the Synergy palette. Okay, now for the inner portion of the eyelid, I'm going to take this mistletoe shade, this green, and I'm going to take that in the crease and melt it down with that purple. I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line too. Okay. Now, time for shimmers. I'm not going to apply any glitter glue or anything, but let's build it up. I'm going to first start off with this blue shade, Cautery shade. It is like a blue, pink, purple kind of shade. And I'm going to take that mainly in the outer portion. You can see how sparkly these shades are, and it's not a surprise to me. I love MBA Cosmetics shimmer shadows so very much, especially the shimmer shadows, I would say. Like, they do mattes also amazing, but their shimmer shadows, they never crease on me. They give that sparkliness that I'm looking for. I really love it. Look at that, so pretty. I'm gonna just take that same brush that we use that deeper blue shade with, and I'm just tapping the edges just so that the blend is seamless. And now for the inner portion of the eyelid, maybe we should do Solidarity, the green shade, this one, just because we do have that green matte. That's so sparkly. Oh, so pretty, so pretty. For the inner corner, I am gonna take this shade, Mutuality. This shade, it's more like a satin shade. Yes, it is sparkly for sure, but it doesn't have as much of the sparkles that you're seeing in the other shades. There are two satiny shades as much as I know. One is Mutuality and one is this purple shade which is called Cahoots. And Mutuality definitely has that blue purpley glowy base to it. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. And there you go, that's my first eye look. Again, extremely sparkly, very shimmery. I feel like if you have like all shimmer palettes, at least 2 palettes in your collection, I don't think you need a lot more all shimmer palettes in your collection. But saying that, I feel like MBA Cosmetics does shimmer shadows so beautifully. So if you are looking for one, I don't think you'll be disappointed. There's so many special shades, and I'll definitely show you like the swatches all on the screen so that you can see the effect of these shadows. They're absolutely breathtaking. I absolutely love this shadow. Now let's move on to the next eye look. Okay, for the next matte looks, I'm going to take the Cheery Up palette, the Fleeting Life palette, because it does have like some mauvey shades, and I'm definitely looking for those shades. Let's start off with this deeper purpley shade here, and I'm going to take that in the outer corner of the eyelid. And I love the quality of this palette so very much. I'm going to just pat it down in the outer corner, and I'm also going to take that same shade on the outer corner of the lower lash line too. Just right there. Okay. Now once we have that, I'm going to dip into this shade. I'm just showing the shade because I don't know the shade names. And I'm going to take that in the crease and melt it down with that deeper muted purple that we have. Using the same brush, this is refer number 1, just melting down the crease and taking the same shade on the lower lash line too. Okay, nothing much, that's all that I'm looking for. Now, time for shimmers. I definitely am dying to use the shade which is Complicity. This one, it has like a mauvey base to it, but so sparkly too. So let's do that. Look how sparkly that shade is. Taking it on the majority of the eyelid because I want to showcase that mauvey base, but it has a lot of green sparkles running throughout it. Now for the inner portion of the eyelid, let's use the Skinship shade, this shade, and this has like pink sparkles, purple sparkles running throughout it. Taking it on like a loose fluffy brush, and I'm gonna just take that in the inner swoop of the eyelid, just right there. Hopefully you can see that. It's so sparkly. Look at that, so pretty. And this is refer number Shoulder 2. Okay, so once we have that, now for the extreme inner corner, I am going to take this shade, the Affinity shade, which looks like a yellow shimmer, but when I swatched it yesterday, it was pretty much like a white sparkly shade. So I'm going to just take that. This is the only squishy shade in the palette, but it was extremely pretty when I swatched it out. So I'm going to just take that. Look at that. It looks like a white sparkly shade. I'm going to just take that in the inner corner. So pretty. Okay, extremely sparkly too. Let me finish off this eye with some liner and mascara. And there you go. That's my second eye look with the Synergy palette. I really love how beautiful and sparkly and dimensional these shades are. They're definitely so much dimensionality and sparkliness that this palette is offering to you guys. So if you are again looking for an all shimmer palette, like an all duochrome palette, I feel like this would be so pretty. More than duochrome shift, I would say the sparkles in it that are embedded in these shades, they are different, like dimensional shimmers. Like the colors are so different to each other. So I really love the quality of these eyeshadow palette. I loved both the looks that I created. Again, it's very much like more of a wearable palette for me. I love that there are no like extremely deeper shades in this palette. It's very ethereal, very spring like and very everyday like, but also giving you a little bit of color embedded in this. I really love it. Once you've seen both the eye looks, you guys have to let me know which one was your favorite. Did you like this look or this look? Sound it down in the comment section below. But that's all for today. I do have a code with MBA Cosmetics. My code is SMITHYSONY to save you 10% off, and you can buy this on their website. I leave all the things in the description box below for you guys. But that's all for today. If you did like my video, you know what to do. Do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the notification bell so that you're notified every time that I post next. I generally upload 3 videos every single week, every Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 AM Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.